Hello there. What is going on, everybody? A new Destiny set, Covert Missions, just announced. Some gorgeous artwork on here. We're going to kind of run through some of the spoilers for this. One of the things that they're going to be really introducing here is some alternate win conditions, which is actually kind of cool. Now, I don't play a whole lot of Destiny anymore, but I thought this was cool. And one of the things that I always like to look for on any of the new Star Wars announcements, even if it's a game I'm not currently playing, is to see what directions they're taking the game, and also to take a look at some of the art, because they do tend to share a lot of art. So even if you're not a Destiny player, I think this is still worth checking out. So I'm going to kind of go through this. Also, there is still time to enter to win the Amazon $25 gift card. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. At the same time, I'm also doing an Armada promo giveaway. So if you play Armada and you're interested in a couple of promos, be on the lookout for my Armada videos, because there's a separate giveaway tied exclusively to those. So we got some great new cards here, and a lot of theme here seems, at least in the previews that they've given us, seem to focus on the Death Star attack run, a lot of Death Star specific stuff. So you're going to see a lot of that here. Now, it's not exclusively Death Star, because you do see Poe Dameron over there on the box, as well as Boba Fett. So there's going to be some other covert mission things going on here. But look at this one, man. Like what a great way to start off. First off, I mean, the plot and the text for the card is very cool as well, because it basically allows the Empire to basically build a Death Star, and if it's complete, if they spend all these resources and can get 15 on this card, they can just outright win the game. So I actually think that's very clever, and it's like a different direction for them to take Destiny, which is pretty cool. I mean, for people who play a lot of Destiny, I'm curious, if you do play Destiny, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. If you think that this is a bad thing for the game, like taking it in a different direction, giving alternate win conditions, or do you think it'll be really a non-factor? Do you think people will just try to blow you up before you can destroy the Death Star to begin with? But the art, I think that's beautiful. That's a really, really cool look at the Death Star, and very different than the Death Star under construction we're so familiar from episode 6, because this is very much like it looks like the first Death Star. Very cool looking, and it looks like is that maybe Scarif underneath, or I mean, because it wasn't really built at Scarif, it was built at Camino, and then it was moved around. So, not Camino, but Geonosis. I always get Camino and Geonosis confused. I don't know why. They don't even sound alike. That's just one of my quirks. We've also got a similar version that our heroes can try to destroy the Death Star by removing shields and then trying to roll like that 1 in a million hit. So that one's pretty cool, but again, keeping with that Death Star theme. And the fact that there's such a Death Star theme here kind of makes me wonder if this is going to tie in, because sometimes you will see a common theme amongst multiple Fantasy Flight games. For example, when Clone Wars was announced for both X-Wing and Legion, and then it also came out for the RPG, and then they also announced it for Star Wars Armada, there's we're going to get a lot of Clone Wars artwork that we can share amongst all of our games. Let's go. I wonder how much of the Death Star based or Episode 4 kind of based artwork that they have that is going to be new artwork versus how much is going to be previous artwork, because there's already a lot of Death Star based artwork out there. I believe we've seen this one before, especially in X-Wing. I think this was from the Stay on Target card, but off the top of my head, that's what it reminds me of, although it could be a slightly different rendering of that familiar image. So we're getting that with Trench Run. Trust your feelings. This one's gorgeous. This one looks like a straight up photograph. Looks like a straight up photograph. Amazing art. Absolutely amazing art. We've got, this one's cool too. This one now this is actually almost looks like a photograph too, the way the lighting is on the hand there for the Death Star plans. But it's that's that's Dooku giving the plans to Sidious. So that's pretty cool as well. We've got Krennic. While he is not an Episode 4 character, obviously he was instrumental in the Death Star, so that makes sense. Also great art. Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. I'm not sure if that's a new piece or one we've seen before, but definitely keeping with that theme. And then we have Boba Fett, a new version of Boba Fett, so a lot of Boba Fett players will be very happy about that. A lot of yellow players will be happy, and he's legendary as well. And the Slave One. A new Slave One. So pretty cool, like kind of going back to the first set where you had some of your fan favorites, and a lot of very familiar I don't think we had Luke's X-Wing though. You had Luke, but I don't think you had Luke's X-Wing. So but yeah, so Boba Fett, Slave One, like a lot of, you tend to see a lot of reprints And I think it's one of the things Destiny is not afraid to do. Is just say, all right, we've already done. How many versions of Darth Vader do we have now? I think 3 or 4. I haven't kept up completely, but yeah, they're certainly no stranger to reprinting at this point. But that's just an opportunity for even more artwork. And honestly, if you look at the cover, that's a different version of Boba than you've got here. So you're going to probably get either, definitely more artwork with Boba Fett on it. So I don't know if that will be for an equipment card or maybe that will be for some type of event that you can play or something like that. But yeah, so Covert Missions, it is coming currently 4th quarter 2019, so it will be out in just a few short months. So get your pre-orders in if you're a Destiny player. If not, there's plenty of cool artwork here for you to check out. And definitely stay tuned for the updates for this set, because they will, as like they do with every set, they will spoil more cards. There's more stuff for you to check out. And if Destiny's not your forte, there's plenty more cool news coming out soon. We've got Gen Con in just a couple of weeks. I will be there. I'll be trying to bring you all the latest and greatest. Stay tuned for that in-flight report on August 1st. That's going to be really exciting. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you for right now. I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.